All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser. This is episode 301 of this great, wonderful show that I do by myself in a room by myself, probably just for myself. Here, it's a brand new episode, man. Can you believe it? We're up in the 300s now. We're just climbing. So yeah, like sometimes in life things happen, and when they happen, you're just like, darn. And then they might not be that big of a deal. And they're really not a big deal, but somehow they sit on you, like they sit on you. I promise it's not a beer. It's like a one of these Yeti cans that you use. They use as like a demonstration for like the cans. Yeah, see, not a real can. Anyway, so I just want to so when I head to work in the morning, it takes me about like 30 minutes, 35 minutes to get to work. Sometimes it just depends on like if there's. Sometimes I always work on the highway, on the way how I get there. It's just one of those things in life, And well, anyways, during that time, I'm like, you know what? I used to just like, listen to podcasts and that kind of thing, but I realized that I should be using that time more productively, and actually end up being like a dressing in the skies. Anyway, so what I ended up doing was I started using that time to write all the time, and like if you know how much writing you get done in like 35 minutes when you're just driving in a car, it's crazy. And so what I do was, I do that, and but what I do is I used to just like put my phone up and just like speak to the speaker and like do voice to text and do that, and I would just write. But then when I realized, I'm like, why don't I just put my earphones in, and my little Apple earbuds, I'm like, I'll put those in, and then I'll just like use the same thing and just talk. Well, guys, this morning when I was driving to work, and I was doing that, I don't know what happened. So one of the things, I drive a Prius. It's a 2016 Prius. I know, awesome. I'm helping the world. Anyway, and there's this one thing that happens. It's like the only thing I've found wrong with this car, is that there is this like, the steering wheel, right? It has a steering column, and the column goes in and out. It can go in and out like a trombone, and it goes up and down too, right? So and there's this little space, and it has like this little flap, and it has like this small little like it's almost like a curtain that keeps things from falling into it. But anyway, my earphones fell into that whole thing, and it is one of my earbuds is somewhere in the steering column / like how it's designed. It's supposed to, like, there's enough holes where like if things happen, it's supposed to fall right through, but it didn't do that. And I don't know where it's at in my car. It's somewhere in my car. And so that's the thing. It's so funny about it was the fact that when it happened, I was like, darn it, like this sucks. And so I pulled over to the side of the road because I thought I could maybe like get it really quick, and that didn't happen. And then the whole day I spent thinking about it. Then I spent like an hour trying to do it after I got off work, trying to like fish in there, trying to figure out ways. I basically learned how to disassemble like the front of my car and the inside part, and then the steering wheel. Like I completely collapsed that thing. It's hilarious now. I can just do it with a fucking Phillips. It's quite hilarious in a flathead. And yeah, been doing that. I was doing that, and then I just, tomorrow I'm gonna have to get a bigger flashlight because I was using the flashlight on my fucking iPhone, which was stupid. That's my first mistake. I should actually be using a real fucking flashlight. But I don't know where it is. And then I'm like thinking maybe I kicked it out when I got out of the car when I got to work, and I'm like, if that happened, damn it. And it's just annoying because like they're just expensive enough where it's annoying. Because I thought it was annoying when I lost, or not when I lost, but when I broke I had these really nice Sony earbuds, and one of them got submerged into some water, and it ruined it. And so the thing is with those, like, you had to listen to both of them. You couldn't just use one at a time. And so that was the only bad thing about those. And then, yeah. But yeah, that was my morning slash day. It's not even that bad, I think, because I have, like, what's so funny is, like, maybe 7 months ago, I found just a random pair of fucking earbuds. They're like the first generation ones. I just found them, and they're underneath a. This is gonna sound really weird because, like, I dropped a quarter. I was at a vending machine, and I went and I got the quarter, and I looked, and I'm like, what the hell's that? And I put my flashlight on with my iPhone, and I'm like, is that a case for earbuds? And so I just found a pair of earbuds, first generation. So I'm like, I have an extra pair, so it's really not that big of a deal. But it's just it's annoying because I like the ones that I had, because those things, like, automatically connected to everything really easily. And yeah. But granted, like, this girl I dated, she's like, she hated when I would wear them and we would FaceTime each other because she said she could never hear me. So, who knows? Maybe it was like I said, a blessing in disguise. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Swell. Salutations. That was my morning. Anything else crazy going on? And then I was on set today for work. I had my film gig. I had a film gig today, and then I had lunch, and I got tomato sauce on my shirt, and I didn't change it at all today. And I didn't, because you think I'm gonna do a podcast, I should probably put another shirt on. And I know, John, you need to be authentic as hell, because you never show this side of you. You should show this side. This is your more sensitive side. This is a side of you that no one ever gets to see. There's nothing here. There's nothing. There's nothing more deeper than what you think it would be. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah. Shit is cray. The world's cray. I don't think there's really anything else crazy that happened this week. No. What's so funny is that it's funny when you have, like, an employee who, like, absolutely despises you and won't listen to you when you give them instructions for work. It's like, I'm kind of your boss, bro. Like, and I'm like, I can't fucking fire you because I'm not the one who deals with that shit, and I don't care enough to fire you. So, I am not going to. It's just hilarious to me. It's just like, okay, this is what we're doing here. This is what we're doing right now. This is absolutely not necessary one bit, but okay, I get it. Yeah, I'm just really just irritated by this damn earbud, and just like, and it's just. The thing is, like, I have 181 or 82 hours of vacation time that I had to use before the end of the year, and so I just basically I used them on the weekends for the rest of this month, for the last weekend of November, and then every weekend of December, and then, like, a couple of days, like, just in there. So it looks like for this whole month that I'm, like, working like 7 days in a row, and it's just because I have to burn off this thing, because I can only carry over 44 hours or 40 hours, something like that. And then you get, like, more next year. Then I'm gonna get another 40 fucking hours next year, because every year I believe you get 40. I think that's how my job does it. It's just silly. I'm like, why can't I just keep it? Like, I'm like, but the thing is, actually, what's really cool, because, like, as much as I talk shit on my job, the thing is, like, they do, in that sense, they make you take vacation time. And so well, they make you in the sense of like you either have to take it or lose it. You're just gonna lose the money, and that's how they make it. Like that's how they make it sound. It's like dude, you're just missing out on money. You're missing out on money, which is true. So it's like, yeah, that's like well over a grand, over a couple grand. God knows how much it's gonna be after taxes, or yeah, after taxes. So that's about it, guys. This is kind of where I'm at. So you guys want to see the video of the week? So I'll show you the video of the week and we'll go from there. All right. Well, guys, I hope you enjoy this one. This one's great. Here we go.
Normally doctors are in and out of the room in about 10 minutes, but this took me about 4 hours. This individual had a buildup of dead skin due to being bedbound and a subsequent infection. As you can see here, I am peeling and cleaning up this foot as best as I possibly can. Yep, you see some of the skin flaking off there. Once we were able to get a good amount of these flakes off, gave it a nice scrape, a nice scrub, got some warm towels on there and things of the sort to help it out. Get it all cleaned up between the toes there. And this is the final result. Looks pretty good, huh? Here at the end, we have some of the dead skin that was accumulated. Kind of looks like cornflakes, right?
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
Yeah, absolutely fucking gross. I know, right? So fucking gross. I was dating this girl for a while. Like, I mean, like I've had a crush on this girl. Have had for well over 10 years. We had been in each other's lives for over like 10 years. And this is what's so crazy about me and my relationship. Sometimes this is what happens. It just kind of goes like that. And so we started like talking and started getting serious. You know, we were hanging out all the time. And come to find out, she has like a thing with her feet. Like she likes getting her, like when she's getting fucked and shit, she likes getting her feet licked. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I'm like, whatever, if you want that to happen, we can definitely do it. Because like, you know, with anybody, there's like the hotness to like willing to do stuff ratio. And that was the hotness, and the hotness to weirdness wasn't weird. It was just like, okay, cool. Like, cool. I guess I'll put your feet in my mouth. I'll do that. And so, and all it takes is just like that. And like one of those conversations for the algorithm or for your phone, because it's always listening to you, to be like, oh, okay, that's all you want. And so it just started sending me all these feet video shit. Like videos like this, like what you just saw. Other ones of like memes of like a little puppy in one of those Fisher Price, like, you know, red and yellow cars that you use your feet and you kick at the bottom of them. One of those, and it says, "Get your feet ready for my mouth" or something like that. It's so funny because it's so stupid, because my algorithm just heard me talk about feet stuff, and then like she sent me a picture of her feet. I'm like, send me a picture of her feet. I don't give a shit. Let me see them. And I was like, cool. I'm like, I do not care. I will do that. I'm like, I don't, whatever, if that's what you want, I guess. I don't care. But yeah, because I remember when we first met, she's like, have you ever had a girl give you a foot job? I'm like, no. And I've had another girl do that too. She was a little light-skinned girl. She was a fucking dick. Dude, she was just so fucking, she's such a fucking turd. So she'd be like, yeah, I like you. And this is the thing, like, she's just one of those girls that, like, again, hotness to like dumb shit ratio, she went over her hotness. Like, she was like, because she was really cool at first, and then what happened, I'm sure girls do the same thing with dudes. They have to. But what it is like, so she started acting real stupid. So I was like, hey, when are we gonna hang out? She says, I don't know, man, I'm really busy. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, is there like a time? She's like, I'll have to get back to you. I'm like, okay, cool, don't worry about it. And then, because like we would talk like every day on the phone and shit, and we were really getting to know each other really well. And like she came, the thing is, most of the time, like these kind of girls, they usually come to me because they see that I like They're like, oh, he'll fuck around with us. He'll and then like we'll piss him off, and then we'll be like, well, oh my god, like John, I didn't do anything. I don't understand why you're so upset. It's like, right, okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, so it's just one of those things. This is all because of feet, and then talking about my love life. I'm just baked enough where like I'm like willing to talk about that shit. I had a guy come up to me a couple of days ago, and he's like, there's a Japanese legend that says the sun and the moon used to be in love, and because of their different time, because of like their different times that they were awake, like because the sun's around at a different time than the moon, that they never were able to fall in love. But God placed this time where it's like, the golden hour where the sun and the moon can actually hold hands. And that's supposed to represent that, like, no matter what happens in this world, that you can always find love. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know why you're telling me this shit, dude. It sounds kind of like, and it was like, okay, it's cool. That's deep and shit. But it's like, you're telling me something that like you're trying to kiss me? Like, are we trying to kiss? Is that what you're trying to do, bro? Because I don't really want to kiss. I'm good on that. So that was the other day. That was very interesting. But it's a funny thing. Like, I haven't had any of those in a long time. I used to have people come to me and like tell me the dumbest of shit. Like, like, oh, my brother, he's in fucking prison. I can't believe he was in prison. He was embezzling. And then he was, like, making these false checks. I'm like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I'm like, that sounds like what would happen if he got caught. He'd be in fucking prison for that. So, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, so I guess I should show you the rest of these videos, shouldn't I? Okay. This next video, you'll understand when I showed it to you in a second. All right, here we go.
Hey everybody, it's Paul at Rudnick Jewelers. I know I've been gone a little while, but I'm back. Oh, hang on one second. My belt's kind of tight. I'm going to loosen it up a little bit here. Okay, that's better. All right. We have exciting news. Our Shopify website is about to go live, and we're going to be selling these beautiful Glock watches. We got Glock hats. I hope you'll be one of the first people to order one from us. They're going to be great. So as soon as that goes live, I'm going to make another video, but I just want you all to be ready. You have a great day, and we're going to hear from you soon.
Touching yourself while you're talking on the phone, wondering why you are alone. You say you're super ugly, I say you're half beautiful.
Yeah, you're just half beautiful, baby. Just half beautiful. All right, here's the next video. Yeah, that's what I felt like that guy was trying to do. That's what he wanted to do with me. He wanted that. He's like, hey, now I'm gonna pick you up and I'm gonna swing you in between my legs, and you're gonna tap my butt while I tap your butt. It's gonna be like two bongo drums. I'm gonna pretend that your butt is like 2 bongos. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm good, dude, I'm good. So yeah, that was I don't know, I can't tell if that one's AI or not. It's so funny. Like lately, what I've been doing is like on videos online because I've been just in a weird fucking funny mood. I've just been putting that this video's so AI'd, and it's just like stupid. It's this video of like somebody just talking in their car and like, I'm not. This is not AI'd. What are you talking about? I'm just like, man, people really flipping the fuck out. All right, here's the next video. All right, here we go.
That's the name of it.
It's a what?
Designer bow tie. You see
Unsnap that horn, snap it back.
Yeah, this is snap too. It's gonna come with a snap.
Do it! Motherfucker got that my shit pranking.
Put it back on. Let me see what you
Bruh.
It's a dog leash, boy.
Nah, that's a real
I
thing.
got on a real dog leash, bro.
Dang, bro, who tied you up to
Alright, put it back on.
Who tied you up to a tree?
Put it back on.
See that?
Bruh.
Now, I could see this if you put it around the collar. You just have it around your neck. It just makes you look creepy. I can understand it if it was like around the actual like, and you like flipped your collar down onto it, over it. Yeah, you could totally get away with it. But no, that's definitely a dog tag. It's definitely a dog leash or dog collar, and you just put a tie on it. That's definitely what you just did on that one, for sure. What that kid is saying was right. And that kid is that kid is going to be, he's going to have one hell of a mouth on him. When he starts really understanding like how he can like land punchlines. Oh man, woof. All right, here's the next video. Here we go.
سر کلاس جوانسازی هستیم با یه مامان خانومی خیلی زیبا که
Creepy and it's fucking weird, dude. Fucking weird, dude. Weird, bro. All right, here's the last video. Here we go. I'm gonna end it with a banger. Here we go. You have no idea. So I feel like I grew up with like more than the average kids that could do this. There was like 6 or 7 kids in my like growing up that could do this shit. And like I was like right in the same age of like within like 1 to 2 years. Like they were either like I was in the 4th grade, they were in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade, they were like in the 7th grade. It was like in that kind of range. I was so jealous of these kids that could do that shit. It's like, because it was either that, and then like, I remember there was this kid named Dustin. He would take his eyelids and flip them inside out, which was the fucking creepiest shit in the world. And I think about that kid way more than I should, because he didn't stay like at our school for very long. He was there and then like till the 2nd grade, and then he was gone. I'm pretty sure he was gone pretty quick. Those are always the ones I was always like, because I remember the kids I went to kindergarten with, and there was like 3 or 4 of them that like were there, and then like the next year they were gone. And you remember like hearing about it like on the last day of school, like how they're not going to be back next year, and you're just like, whoa, what the fuck, whoa, bro, like we just spent the whole year together, whoa, as a little kid, and you're just a little kid and stuff. And then even like when you got in middle school and like high school, remember when that happened? Like you'd have like that kid who you were friends with, and then he would be like, yeah, I'm actually gonna be moving to like a town, like it was like just the next town over or something. But you know, as a kid, you're like, this is so fucking far, like I'm never gonna fucking see you again. In retrospect, like it'd just be like your best friend moving, like instead of 10 minutes away, he's like 20 minutes away. That's it. It'd be funny, like think about like adults were like that, like damn man, I'm not gonna be able to actually do if you live in big cities, like if you live in LA and shit, that shit happens all the time. You'd be like, oh well, fuck, you're not like right down the street, so it's like I know that. And actually, I was actually talking to a friend of mine last night, and they were like, so they're like, yeah, I'm about to move out of this apartment with this person because like they live in a big city, they live in New York, and so they have this roommate. And they're like, yeah, I know myself, and I know that like once I move, I'm not gonna really talk to this person because like I'm really bad with like keeping up with the friendships. And like, what the fuck? Like, you and I keep up with. Well, you and I talk on a regular fucking basis. We talk. Me and this person talk probably like 2 times a week. So like usually at the beginning of the week and then close to like on like Saturday or Sunday. Usually they call me like on Sabbath, and they're like, I know we shouldn't be talking on the phone right now, but we're gonna talk a little bit. So it's like, yeah, it's just funny how this world is. It's just funny how it's funny how the world works. Yeah, it's because I do. And then like I remember like they're like, what you gotta do is like breathe in really bad. You gotta like when you're about to burp, you take a deep breath and like and I'm like, still can't do it, dude. Still don't have that. I don't have that gift. And there was like, I could do that. Then did you have like the friend who could like snap on like because I don't know, all my friends chewed. I was the only one that didn't chew because I'm like, that shit's fucking. And I'm quoting. I'm like, that shit's fucking dumb. That's just really fucking gay. I'm like, that's just gay, dude. Like, you're gonna like try, like, because I was all about like trying to like get a girl and like talking to girls. And I'm like, I can't have this big thing in my mouth. Like, what is it? I always feel like I'm like trying to like slurp it, and I'm gonna be swallowing a bunch of this shit in my mouth. And I'm like, this is stupid. Like, why would you ever do chew? And so like it's like I never did it, but like all my friends were able to like snap their finger, and I'm like, this is fucking gross. Like, that shit was so gross. And I remember because I turned 18 a couple months before all my friends did, and so I was always buying that shit for them for it was like a solid like 3-4 months, because then they all started turning 18. But I'm just like, I'm like, guys, this is fucking gross. And I always tell them like, stop, this is so gross. And it was so funny too. Sometimes I'd make them drive to another so we would, like another city, like another city over. And I'm like, because I don't want anyone knowing. And they're like, fuck you, Juan. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. I'm like, get another friend who can do it for you, who's not going to charge you. Like, I didn't charge them. I just being a dickhead. And so that's the dumb shit I would do. I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to do this, I'm going to tax you in the sense of like, I'm just going to make you have to drive another additional like 10 to 15 minutes longer. So then we can do this. So fucking great. That's what you do. But that's what you do as a friend to another friend. You make their life a living hell sometimes. It's what you got to do. Because trust me, they did shit to me. Because I dated this so the girl who gave me my first BJ was this girl named Jackie, and she was Jewish too. And we were dating, and my friends like met her, and they're like, what the fuck, Juan? Like, you can like, they're like, like, she's nice, but like, you can do better. And they would always just give me shit for it. They're like, JJ, like, are you going to hang out with JJ? Like, Jackie, the G, JJ. I'm like, guys, can you stop calling her? Stop, please. Because like, I thought she was nice. She was fucking sweet. She was such a nice girl. She's married now. She had a meth problem for many of years. Anyway, that's besides the point. It was in high school too, and it was right after we dated. But like, I remember she gave me a BJ, and she like, it made my ears pop. Been chasing that dragon ever since, just been chasing that dragon ever since. All right, well, guys, I've got about less than a minute left on this show. If you've gotten this far, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode, I guess. I burnt through a bunch of videos. Thank goodness. Anyway, wash your hands. Look both ways. Be safe. Tell your parents I said hi. And good night.